Right.
right?
Yes, sir.
You did the party at VVS, but it was like raining that night.
Crazy.
And then someone got in a car accident, knocked out the
Mm-hmm.
lights, and we still waited till they got it fixed, popped the lights
Right.
back on so we could DJ and still do the party, and it still rocked out.
That was crazy.
You remember that?
That was crazy.
That was a couple months ago.
Yeah, that was my birthday.
Yeah.
On my birthday, it was wild. Like, I couldn't believe all them people stood right there.
Yeah.
I seen dozens of people leaving, but some people just stood right there.
Now, bro, we waited inside of that club for you to get there and everybody else that was supposed to be there. Some artists came and left, and we waited there for you to get there, and then like right, I think we waited for the lights to get on and everything else and fix that stuff just so we could rock out for a couple of hours, bro.
That was crazy. It wasn't even a couple of hours. It was like probably about 45 minutes ago.
I thought we was there for a couple of hours. Oh, I was there forever because we had to wait.
It was there probably for longer than us.
Yeah.
Because when I pulled up, I just sat in the car like, dang, this is terrible, man. I
Yeah.
spent a lot of money that night because I had all the decorations.
Yeah, you had the girls hanging from the ceiling, the two white girls. You had that one white girl, she was doing with flames. I got the video of that thing.
Yeah.
She had the fire and
couldn't
everything.
even enjoy it like I wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, you still performed and rocked out,
Of
though.
course. I mean, I'm going to stay there to if it would have flooded, I would have been in there swimming with y'all. You know, that's just me. You know how I am.
Do you struggle with, how do I say this correctly? Do you struggle with trying to maintain the friendships that you had when you were the other Ralo
Right.
than who you are now? Do you struggle with that?
I think in life, or I think right now, anyway, like I think whenever the devil attack, he always gonna attack, the good. These demon and evil people don't want to see anything good happening. So like, when I think it's only two paths in life. Either we're gonna walk on a righteous path, or we gonna strive to walk on a righteous path, or we're gonna strive, or we're gonna just say, I'm wicked. I'm gonna just keep flying. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm gonna do. And my belief is anybody that's striving to do what's right will always get back together. You know what I mean? So like, I don't necessarily think even when it's when it's bad things said, I look at it as constructive criticism. You smell me? Like, I just think that no matter what, if we trying to do what's right for not only our community, for our people, for our Lord, for whatever relationship, friendship we have, we'll always get back together.
Let me live my life. I'm happy, bro. That was your quote.
Right.
Let me live my life. I'm happy, bro. When you're a spectator of a game, right? You have an unfair advantage. You get to see the whole field, and you get to see plays that are coming that other people who are playing the game can't necessarily see from that height advantage. I think you would agree with that, right?
Of course.
Same thing in life. Right? People who are spectating your life are seeing plays that you might not be able to see because you're playing on the field of your life. Do you think that it's hard to tell people who are spectating your life, hey, you're not playing my game? How are you going to tell me what it feels like on the field? Because let me tell you why I say that. I'm watching you having to defend the whole I'm a snitch thing and whatever. I'm like, my struggle that I, as a spectator of your life, is, man, it looks to be unfair because he seems to be, and you can check me if I'm wrong, trying to convince people he no longer aligns with of the man he is now, not the man he was before.
I think that, me personally, I think it comes from emotional, because a lot of times I just get emotional and I just say things. You know what I mean? And
you're a human, which is you're allowed to be, bro.
I don't think you're allowed to be a human when you famous.
When you're a man, especially
public figure.
Yeah,
you ain't allowed to be human. Even in the household, your wife don't. A lot of our wives don't think like, okay, he got feelings too or nothing like that.
No, being a man is a thankless job. I always tell people you got to cry in the shower and pray in the shadows because no one cares about our plight in lights. But go ahead.
So that's how I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that even when I go up in an emotional manner, I show weaknesses. Like if you say cry in the shower, if you cried outside the shower, you show weaknesses. You
Right.
smell me? So like whenever a person see weaknesses, they take full advantage of that. You smell me? So like I think that me personally, I can't defend showing weaknesses because I know that when I ain't never supposed to do that, period, at all. But at the same time, you know, I do be wanting to get it out of my chest. You smell me? And
is that what you think was happening with you when you was like, you know, saying like, well, this artist did this artist did that, and it's like, you know, you guys are attacking me, but you're not attacking them. Why?
Right.
What's the difference? It's like I'm trying to defend that, and this is what I mean when I said trying to like defend or convince people you no longer align with,
right,
that you're a different man now. And it's like I sometimes think you're a changed man. That means letting those kind of people who think in that way, unfortunately, go. I could be wrong.
I think the sad part about it is not seeing them people change either. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that a lot of us that I have, you know, engaged with throughout this path of life, we all spectators, we can all look down at the field and see what's going on.
Right.
We see in Atlanta we ain't winning right now because of the division. You smell me?
Yeah.
And all of us as spectators should want to change that. You smell me? We see we drowning each other. We down there, you know, digging up the dirt and burying each other. You smell me? So like a lot of times I be like, hey, y'all see what's going on? Look, it's a dead end. Let's turn around.
And you know what's so crazy though? You know how people perceive it though? They perceive it as this. Why are you the one saying it? Not the information. This is why I say, you ever hear, you know, especially, you know, Bible's like, you know, pay attention to the message, not the messenger.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, example, a bum walks up to you, he's scratching and itching. He just starts throwing out numbers at you. 5, 10, 20, 13, da-da-da-da. And then the lottery hits. You didn't play it because you didn't like who it came from.
Right.
You didn't listen to the message. You cared about who delivered it. Because sometimes the right message can come from the wrong person. Doesn't change the fact that the message is good.
Right.
Right? And I think that might be something that might be happening to you. I could be wrong.
Right.
Where it's like, we viewed Ralo as this thing.
Right.
Ralo has now he's not that thing. He's evolved as a man for whatever the reasons might be. And people are looking at you going, well, why are you the one saying it? You sound like a snitch. Why are you the one saying it? Didn't you do da-da-da? It's like, yes, someone has a past.
Right.
Doesn't change that the message is correct. Would you agree with that? I
100% agree with that. But another thing, like I see other people saying it, like OGs and stuff have said it to me 1,000 years. And people seem to ignore those that they don't feel, you know, heavy. You smell me? So like, I think that action speaks louder than words. You smell me? So like, whenever it's a certain time you gotta come. Like time is the essence. Like time is the biggest snitch for
timing on certain things.
Timing on certain things, and you know, I put it. I you know, sometimes you gotta plant a seed and then water it, and you know when the season will come for it to grow. You smell me? And I might have planted the seed, but I know when the season gonna come. You smell me? It ain't really time right now to let it flourish. You smell me? So like, I planted that seed, so whenever it flourish, because I know when it's gonna flourish, I can say I told y'all. You smell me? So a lot of times I just be planting seeds. And even like that's just like going to jail. Like a lot of times we can feel it. We know, like, hey man, it's time these folks finna come get me. You smell me? We just don't know when, but we know it's coming. You smell me? So like, even with success, it's the same way with me. You smell me? Like, it's almost in these streets, it's like going to college. You smell me? You know when you're gonna graduate. You know when you're gonna, and you put in all these different years of work to get your bachelor's and your master's and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to do in my message and my, you know, to the streets, and you know, what I'm trying to do is show them. I gotta show them, like, it can be done outside of selling dope and outside of rapping. You smell me?
What do you think that you do now in order to get because you get accustomed to a certain lifestyle,
Right.
right?
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, cool. I can't do it this way no more.
Right.
I've got to do things this way. And through that path that you're taking now, you're going through a different process.
Right.
The process that you're going through now in order to live the comfortable life that you're accustomed to is what? What are you doing that's saying, okay, I love the jewels and the diamonds and the housing and the traveling and the freedom to do as I so choose. So in order to keep living that life, I must do X. What is X?
Real estate.
Okay.
I mean, I learned how to do the real estate game, and it's a lot more money than drug dealing.
Isn't it though?
It's a lot more money, and it's longevity, and you can the move that I'm pushing right now. In the end of these, in probably the next 3 to 6 months, I'll be making $200,000 a month for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
thank you.
I can say this right now, right? I can say this, but until I'm showing I'm doing it, you know what I mean? So like, I'm building these things, like I'm building apartments, I'm building certain things, and you just got like, even in my vlogs, my chapters on YouTube and stuff, I'm showing them how I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But until it's done, that's the flower that I say grow. You smell me? And within this, I'm gonna employ over 50 people. You smell me? So like, it's just trying to get there and utilizing what I got to get there. Cause I ain't even gonna lie, I make more money off Instagram than I made in my whole life. You smell me? Like, people call me $20,000-$30,000 for promo.
Right.
You smell me? Like, YouTube, I done missed out on all that money all these many years. I'm able to get a YouTube shit now. I monetize my channel and stuff like that. It's just certain things that it's been going on that I ain't utilized.
Right. Yeah, because I tried to explain it to somebody, like, YouTube's been around since 2005. And Instagram was 2011. Like, this is not new. When people talk about we're in this new era, I'm like, what? You mean the last 25 years? Where have you been?
Not even just that. Real estate. You got to think about it. I got a man. He like, when I got out of prison, a dude took me to this. I don't want to say his name, but he a good dude. Shout out to him. My welcome home gift was going to a seminar. He paid $9,700 just for me to get in now. You smell me?
Okay.
Including himself, he paid another $9,700. So that was $20,000 just go to the seminar. And when I was in there, was a lot of wealthy people. I don't think nobody in there was under 10, 20 million up,
right,
or whatnot. And they taught me how to count doors and with that logic. All I really summed it up from it, and from him, what they saying is billionaires count doors. Whether it's a storage unit, whether it's apartment complex, whether it's room and houses and things of that matter, they count doors. So if you get your 100 units, and I ain't talking about drugs, 100 apartment units, and you rent them out to Section 8 for $2,500 a month, you get $250,000 a month.
Right.
You smell me? And people may think that it's hard to do, and it ain't hard to do at all. Even if you get a room or house, you can get, $15,000 a month just off $350 a month. I mean, a week. Just giving the rooms out. And you get you 9, 10 bedrooms out of it. So I just learned that you ain't gotta sell dope to do that.
Yeah.
And like you said, but my whole point of being said, bro, they been doing this.
My thing to you, Ralo, is when I seen you, I think the frustration when I was watching some of their social media stuff,
right,
was and I would never try to speak for you. I'm just giving, again, a spectator, is that it's like, hey, I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm not that man no more. 2, there's other ways to do it. And 3, you're judging me for what everyone else has already done.
Right.
So, but you're trying to convince people who want to keep you mentally, in their mind, at a certain level, a certain pedestal, a certain perspective, and the way you did it before was more idolized than the way that you're doing it now. My thing to you is, and I really hate to say this, when do you turn your back on the ones who don't want to learn?
When do you turn your back on the ones
who don't want to learn? I'm not a fan of teaching the ones who don't want to be taught. That's me personally. So, because otherwise it's like beating a dead horse. They're dead. They're not going to want to. It's up to them to want to change. So right now it's like arguing to your neighborhood. Hey, I'm not that no more. But they're like, nah, bro. It's like you don't even want to get educated. at some point in time, you're going to say, okay, if you want to stay here, I've got to go. That's fine. Live your life. But I got to go.
I think that I reached that point. You see what I mean? But in reaching that point, like that creates a different type of person that, you know, I ain't never want to be. Like, because you got to think about it. Even when I'm riding down the street and I'm looking at the homeless people now, like, because I got people around me. You know, I got 17 people that live in my apartment complex. And I take care of my mama, my nieces, my nephews. And with some of these people that live in my apartment complex, you know, I give them jobs. And some of these people don't even want to do their job.
That's my point.
But they ain't the only people on earth. It make you look at everybody like that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying only them. I'm telling you, like, it's like I listen. Me and Fitted, I love Fitted. Fitted, like, yeah, he has a great point. I believe in gatekeeping to a certain level. Right. If you're coming to ask me for certain things and you're diligent and you want to know it, here's the information.
Correct.
I don't give out my information to everybody else, because you wanting to know is not because you want to get better. You're trying to figure out how to sabotage.
Right.
But Fitted had a great point. He said, listen, I give them anything. You know why? They're not going to do the work.
They're not going to do nothing with it.
And I was like, man, that's a great point.
You got to think about it. Like, even with this real estate game, I learned this real estate game from a whole nother person, like a female. You know what I mean? And I learned it while I was in prison. And she see me. She make the money with me. Sometimes I make 50,000. She'll make 20,000. I make 100,000. She might make 30,000 off the play or whatnot. And every time I got my money, I bought more property. You smell me? Or every time I got a check from guys for $200,000-300,000, or when I went to 300, I got an M or whatnot. I put it all in real estate. But what I'm saying, even at the lowest scale, she would never put the money in the property. I'm like, why you won't do what I'm doing? You taught me this game. You smell me? Just like your man can say he teaching them the game, but they won't utilize it.
Her level of happiness differs from yours.
I ran up $8 million in front of her, though.
Your level of happiness differs from hers. That's it.
She taught me the game.
It doesn't matter.
I never understood that.
I could learn how to hit a baseball from Barry Bonds and still never have a great batting average. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A lot of people, I heard LeBron say one time after he won a championship or he won a game, he said he had to go study. He had to go study. And what are you talking about? He was going to go look at Jordan videos. He's still not Jordan.
Right.
He's a great player in his own right? But he's a different player. He's not. Right. He doesn't have the mentality of a Jordan or a Kobe Bryant, where it's like, death to you, homie. I'm coming no matter what. Right? So you can learn the game. Sometimes the information that you get is for you, and how you use the information differs from the person who taught it. That's just life, you know? I learned a lot from people in the industry of podcasting and radio and streaming and music. And, you know, I'm not going to say no names, but I've clearly surpassed them in this game than what they did and taught me, because they're still working on 1980 and 90s data. You know what I mean? I'm in the 2000s now.
Right.
I've applied what they said, and I use it in my own way.
Right. It's
just what it is, bro. I think your frustration comes from, hey, I'm trying to get you guys to get along with me. You're going to have to leave them behind, bro. Ralo.
I'm telling you,
you're going to have to leave them behind, bro.
It ain't even necessarily about leaving a lot of people behind. I just know how to work the internet. You smell me? So like, if I catch a way where I see they weak at, and I know I can catch them, and I know the blogs gonna get it, I go that route.
Yeah.
Because I know right now what we talking, wallahi, I swear by the religion of Islam, a dude named Jay just caught my phone. You know how much he pay me to post this stuff on Instagram? $20,000 every month.
Hey, bro, call your boy ET. I can use that check, and I'll give you some respect. I got you.
I swear by Allah. So like, even when they think I be weakness or they feel like I'm going back and forth, I know how to run the numbers up. I know who it gonna get the organic numbers, and I know I needed that money to finish this project I'm working on. So I probably got to do that another 2-3 months. You know, once the mission is completed, I'm making $200,000-300,000 a month off, you know, my real estate or whatnot. Then I'm cool, but it ain't done. You smell me? And every day I'm having to pay an architect. I'm having to buy some wood. I'm having to, do all these different
because
things.
the money goes play. It doesn't just all go to your pocket anyway.
Oh, nah, I put all my money in property,
Yeah,
in the real estate.
Yeah, that way especially if you do it through constitutional or common law trust funds, not legislative law.
Right.
You put them into those trust funds. You can avoid taxes legally underneath the Constitution, not legislative law, and then that's just a tax exempt.
I understand that. I let my lawyer do all that.
Yeah.
She do all that.
Yeah.
I pay her a lot of money to do that.
Yeah, she knows what's up.
But
I need her number.
Yeah, she's a good person. But so like when you see me going up, a lot of times, I gotta get the money.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Ralo, now musically,
Right.
now what? Chosen, what's up?
Right.
Now what's going on in that department? Because
I think that music, rap games is not paying like it used to pay. You know what I mean?
you know who said that? What's her name? With the rap female. Is it London? I forgot her name.
It ain't paying. It ain't paying.
Because you know why though? Did you hear what Snoop Dogg said? He was like, I got 1 billion streams. I got a check for 45. There's no money in streaming. There has never been money in streaming for you weirdos out there who thought, oh, the radio game is dead. It's never going anywhere because radio's not local and hasn't been local in 25 years. What happens in radio is they have to pay you. You can't fake a stream on radio.
Right.
You can fake the numbers on social medias.
Right.
They've been faking numbers since MySpace days. Right? Back then it wasn't called streaming. It was called running your numbers up. So you created fake viewers, but not a real fan base. It's the difference. And there's no money in it. So it's like 80 plays is considered like a dollar or something like that. So you have to listen to something 80 times for it to be $1.
Mm-hmm.
There's no money in it. And you can fake those numbers, right? But in radio, they have to cut you because radio doesn't have to break you. It just solidifies you. It says you've made it. And contrary to popular belief, people do listen to radio of all ages. They just do it subconsciously. They don't even realize they're doing it. They get tired of their playlist. They get tired of whatever they're watching online, and they end up.
I do that.
Yeah, they end up just punching, or they go to their favorite radio app, Streetz, whatever their stations are. I mean, why do you think the Breakfast Club is big, or these other artists are big, or these Ricky Smiley or L.A. Big Boy? You know what I mean? Because people can listen to them online or on an app, and they do it all the time. So streaming platforms or, that kind of stuff, there's no money in that perspective of it. But if you're going to own, I think P said in 2018 on the Breakfast Club, he's like, I'm trying to own 80% of radio. That's the money. But people don't want to do that because they'll go, well, I can't get on. Like, yeah, because you make shitty music. You want to blame the platform for what you served.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
At all.
That's like the waiter coming outside to his audience and going, and the audience like, man, this food is terrible. And then he goes, all y'all don't know what y'all eating. Nigga, you made it. You know what I mean? That's the game. But people don't want to hear the game because it takes work. What you're doing right now in real estate is what? Work. When you got out of prison and you said, okay, I can't do this no more, but I want to live a certain lifestyle, that took what?
Work.
That took knowledge, work, effort. I'm going to change the game. I'm going to do something whether I like it or not to get to the goals that I want. People don't want to do the work. They want to buy the equipment and think that the equipment is the thing that makes you a star. Oh, if I just do this, if I buy this mic like Dre has, I'm going to be Dre. It doesn't work that way.
Ain't going to happen.
So that's the game, bro. So now musically, what are you going to do differently?
I'm just milking every dollar I could out of it. I just want to milk the game. Get the money and put it in real estate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I
do you care about the rap game as much as you did before?
I ain't care about it then.
Damn. Hold on, let me drink my healthy juice to that, but go ahead.
I got caught with 1,000 pounds. Can you tell I ain't care about it? I wanted the money. I think a lot of us, after we, of course, I think in the beginning, a lot of us want the fame.
Yeah.
But after the fame.
That's an honest statement, by the way, though. Right. I think a lot of people never say that. I'm like, stop acting like you don't want a little bit of that fame because there's money in fame.
I think they want to be that nigga or that person for forever. They just don't. To me, it's like a girl. After you hit her, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like, I done bought cars that I wanted all my life, and now I got it. I don't care about it. So, like, after I got, the whole world have seen me. Like, ain't never been. I've been on the biggest stages. I've been, you know, in all the different states, the different spots, what the heavy hitters, whatever, every state. Like it don't work me to go to a birthday bash every year. You know what I'm saying? Or it don't work. If I hit that stage one time in my life, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So like, I just honestly, I got in a place when I got out of jail, I didn't think that I would get back everything I lost. You smell me? And when I started getting back that and more, I rode the train. I'm like, because when I was in prison, I was like, if I had to get out and not get a job at a chicken plant, as long as I stay free, I just wanted to be free. I just wanted to be at home. My girl, you smell me? My kids and stuff like that. So it ain't matter about the money to me. So like, now that y'all just giving me all this money, oh yeah, I'ma work it. Oh, my song on Streetz 94.5. I wanna never put it on there if it wasn't making me no money.
Right.
If I wasn't getting 10,000-20,000 to go out here,
Shazam numbers be like, ooh, Shazam is the best way to tell anything musically. By the way,
long as if they give me 5 shows, and I can just spend a couple dollars out of that and give me a couple spend, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Because the money is making me money. If it wasn't making me no money, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be up here. Heck, I love you, T. I'll catch you on the other side.
Have you lost any friends and family
members?
I
lost a lot of friends and family members.
Because you won't do what you were doing before?
It ain't necessarily...
Because you won't participate or help or give them a plug or, hey, man, I know you ain't doing it no more, man, but can you slide in my way?
I mean, it's been times where I could have done things and I just won't do it, of course. But I don't think people understand how much I hate jail. I hate jail. like
I think fitted. That's we should probably end on that one.
I hate jail.
Yeah.
Like, bro, people in there miserable. Like, I was in there with the biggest of the biggest who had 10, 20, 30, 40 million. You smell me? Like, niggas that created the game.
Yeah.
You know, I was in the Fed, so like, to sit back and look at these people spend the rest of their life in here, and you know, Mr. Vic, he was the mob boss, big dog, and he had a cane, and he 80, 90 years old. He outlived his judge, his prosecutor, and everybody. So like, that's how you want to spend the rest of your life?
Right.
I don't want to participate. You smell me? And I know doing that will get me there. And if I'm doing something, I'd rather go to biggest. You smell me? Like I see a lot of my partners still in the bluffing on Simpson. You know, they still doing their little thing, selling nickels and dimes and stuff like that, making $1,000 here and there. But the system is created like as soon as you make $1 million,
yeah,
you ain't going to 901 Rice Street no more. You going to the Fed.
Yeah.
So like, it's a dead end street. Like
they're watching it happen, and there's like it's not worth it to them. So they're waiting for you to grow, for that to make big.
They ready for that bigger risk.
Yeah,
keep growing. We'll keep taking you to Rice Street. Give you a year, give you 2 years, give you like that federal courthouse. Way different from that Fulton County courthouse. I promise you. And that's what people just don't understand.
Yeah. So now with the music part of it, man, talk about what you got going on, where to check it out at, what's going on with that.
I'm gonna drop Chosen Deluxe. My main priority for dropping Chosen was to help strengthen the book sales and strengthen the movie, because I'm gonna do a series and things of that matter. So, you know, with my music and my fans and stuff, of course I vent and people book me and people still give me millions of views or whatnot. But however, it was mainly to market my book and market the movie that I'm finna shoot or whatnot. So I'm gonna drop Chosen Deluxe on 4th of July to keep marketing it, to keep pulling it up there, keep vending things of that matter. But I don't really utilize. I ain't trying to go get a Grammy. You smell me?
Yeah.
I just want to keep.
Well, that's
doing
all
my
campaigning
thing.
Anyway. You got to go to California to campaign for a Grammy, so it's like whatever.
I mean, I'm happy in Atlanta. You smell me?
Right.
I'm at peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm like so ahead of all that. Like I'm just happy. I'm at peace. I'm free.
Yeah.
And I'm just the ones that chose to listen to my music. It's a blessing. You smell me? It's a blessing that they still rocking with me, because I got a massive fan base. They won't leave me. Once you get them, it seems like they won't leave, and I appreciate them staying here with me. And I'm gonna keep treating them the way they want me to treat them. I'm gonna keep dropping bangers and bangers that they like from me. And I discovered like they like this, Ralo.
Have you been able to mend relationships that were once broken with rappers, but you guys are now talking again?
none of them never stopped talking to me.
Really?
Nobody never
Boosie,
stopped.
none of the
I can call these people like it's just. I think it's just they don't do public. You smell me? Like
got you.
They'll mess with you in private. Like I can hit anybody. Like ain't a rapper that I can't call. It ain't a rapper or a dude that I can't pull up on. You smell me? But it's fake to me if you trying to keep creeping talking to me. You keep trying. We keep talking in this inbox.
Like a side piece or something like. Don't treat me like you're right.
like. If it got to be that, we ain't got to do that because I don't need you. You smell me? Like what can or is one of these rappers gonna give me $20 million? No, they ain't gonna get that to me. So if you ain't trying to help me get this or complete this mission, then it worthless. Like what we just gonna be friends? You know what I'm saying? If your friend ain't trying to help you, then he not a good friend.
I'm gonna stop it right here, man, because I could talk to you forever, man, but. I appreciate you, Ralo, for opening up and having a conversation with me.
Yes, sir.
Anytime. You know what I mean? I think I would like to think that our conversations are just talking and genuine. It ain't like a gotcha moment. You know what I mean? I don't like playing that game. I've been at this a long time, homie, right. So I don't play that kind of game. And I'm originally from the West Coast, and where I'm from, if you put someone in a gotcha moment, they'll come get your ass.
Anytime.
Any other time, you know what I mean? So I don't play that game, and I know how the streets really go. So, but yeah, I appreciate you, man, and much success on your journey, brother.
I appreciate that.
All day.